What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm gonna share some of the items that sold on eBay and on Poshmark over this past weekend. Now, before I get into today's video, I definitely wanted to let you guys know that I have just joined Patreon, and if you guys aren't familiar with Patreon, that's just another platform where I'm able to provide some exclusive content for those of you that really want to continue to support the channel. And on that platform, like I said, I'm gonna only be putting out exclusive content on there, and it's gonna be more behind the scenes stuff, and it's gonna be videos that I think is definitely still beneficial for those of you that want to follow along with my entrepreneurial journey, and for those of you that want to continue to learn and expand on your own business as well. Because like you guys say in the comment section, I like to give a lot of information out for free, and I like to drop a lot of gems, and for the most part, Patreon is just another way for those of you that want to support me, that gives you guys the opportunity to go ahead and do so. So if you guys are interested in that, I'll put a link in the description below and you can check it out. But as always, that's definitely just optional because your support means a lot just by watching these videos and educating yourself. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, y'all, so first up is this Adidas pink and black referee jersey, and I had about maybe 12 or 15 of these jerseys in pink, yellow, and blue, and I'm down to about 2 or 3 jerseys left. And like I said, I had so many of these jerseys, I've sold them for as low as 18 and as high as 29 bucks. And they sold within a decent amount of time. I had them over the winter, and they ended up selling as the spring and summer got closer. So I only have 2 of these left, and I paid $2.50 for these jerseys. In my Goodwill, it was just a random day, and they had like 25 of these jerseys in the Goodwill, and some were brand new with tags, some were used, and I only grabbed the ones that were brand new with tags. And since these sold relatively quickly for a decent amount of profit, I probably should have grabbed all of the jerseys even if they didn't have the tags on them. And I'm pretty sure there were some people at Goodwill that purchased the jerseys for themselves. So everybody wins at the end of the day. Next up is this pair of Keen hiking sandals for kids, and these were in my inventory for a very long time. I had these over the winter, and of course as spring and summer got closer, these finally sold for 12 bucks. And they also make Keen sandals in the same style for men and women. So if you guys come across those, definitely pick them up because those usually sell for a lot more profit, anywhere between like 30 and 40 bucks depending on the condition. So if you guys see anything from the brand Keen, I suggest you pick it up. And I purchased these sandals like 7 or 8 months ago for I think 3 bucks. Next up is this pair of vintage Nike tennis shorts, and when I first saw these shorts, I actually thought they were basketball shorts, and after doing some more research and getting some comments in the channel, I realized that these were vintage shorts and they were the challenge court shorts. So I changed my price and I listed them for a little more, and these ended up selling for 20 bucks. And I purchased these shorts for $4.50. And after doing some more research after these sold, I've seen similar pairs sell for about 40 bucks. So somebody that bought these from me, they're probably gonna resell them, or they probably got them for a really good deal. So at the end of the day, I know I made some decent profit, so I'm not gonna complain. Next up is this Ralph Lauren velvet blazer for kids, and this is the second kids item that I've sold this weekend. But I don't sell a ton of kids clothing, but when I came across this particular jacket, this was so dope in my opinion, and I could just imagine a little kid rocking this, being fresh on their birthday. So I had to pick it up, and I knew since it did have that Ralph Lauren crest, I knew I would be able to get at least 30 bucks for this, and it sold for my full asking price of 29 bucks. So if you guys come across anything with that Ralph Lauren crest, I always say pick it up because even the crest alone sells for a decent amount of profit on eBay. So if you guys see a similar jacket, definitely pick it up. And I almost forgot to mention I only paid $1.99 for this because my Goodwill only charges 2 bucks for kids clothing. Next up is this Nike Tech Fleece hoodie, and I actually purchased this for myself on Poshmark for about 25 bucks, and it was so cheap because it had some stains on there, and all I did was basically just wash it and it was good to go. And to be honest, I wore this to the gym a few times. I was feeling pretty fly, I was feeling fresh because I had the complete suit, and I just got tired of it, so I decided to flip it on Poshmark. So I purchased it for about 25 bucks, got my wear out of it, and then I sold it for 46. So if you guys come across anything Nike Tech Fleece, always pick it up because regardless of the season, these things always sell for a good amount of profit. Next up is a pair of Uggs, and if you guys follow the channel, you know I purchased about 40 of these Ugg shoes in a day. and I purchased 40 Adidas as well, and this one sold for my full asking price of 59 bucks. And I still have several of these available, so this is more of a long-term investment. I didn't expect these to sell out very quickly, and I sold about 7 or 8 pairs so far in about a month. So I still have a lot of pairs left, but I'm hoping that these sell as the weather begins to change, and by the end of the winter I'm pretty sure I'll be all sold out of these Ugg shoes. And last but not least, in terms of Poshmark sales, is this pair of Adidas Yeezy Boost, and I also purchased 40 pairs of these, 20 in this colorway and 20 in the white colorway, and this one also sold for my full asking price of 69 bucks. So if you guys are interested in doing any outlet shopping or anything like that, I did a video on how you guys can do it the same way that I did. I gave a bunch of other tips as well, but if you guys are interested in that video, I'll put that in the description and in the cards so you guys can learn more about how to get some good deals shopping at outlets. Now, starting with the eBay sales is these 2 games. These are 2 Game Boy Advance games, and I actually got this from a garage sale a very long time ago. I actually just forgot to list these, and I listed them together since they were both Yu-Gi-Oh games, both Game Boy Advance. And I have a very old Game Boy Advance that I used to test certain games, because when selling Game Boy Advance games, you have to test it, because sometimes the game might work perfectly fine, but it might not be able to save. So I don't suggest you guys selling these type of video games unless you're able to test it. And I was able to do that, and I purchased like 20 games for like 5 bucks. And I've been selling them very slowly. These both games sold for $12.99, free shipping. So I made who knows how much profit I made after all is said and done. Probably 100 to maybe 150 bucks when they're all sold. Next up is this Adidas jersey. This is from the All Blacks rugby team, and I've never saw this jersey in the past. So when I first picked this up, I had this listed for like 50 bucks because I thought it was rare, and then I didn't get any likes, I didn't get any views. I had it listed on Poshmark for a while, on eBay for a while, and I eventually just took it off of Poshmark, relisted it on eBay just to give it one more chance, and it finally sold for 20 bucks. So altogether, I probably had this in my inventory for about 8 months, and it finally sold for 20 bucks. And I purchased this for $2.50. So not a ton of profit, but I'm just glad that it finally sold. Next up is this Polaroid camera, and I purchased this camera for $2 from my Goodwill. It had like a big as is sticker on this, and clearly when it says as is, that means they didn't test it, and I didn't test it either. And I realized these cameras still sell for about 22, 25 bucks, even if it's untested. And someone purchased this in a day. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna either test it themselves, or maybe they're a camera shop owner or just a connoisseur and they can fix it if it doesn't work. Who knows? But I made a decent amount of profit, and this was able to ship first class because it was pretty light, so I didn't have to spend too much money on shipping for this. Next is this Nike Team Trojans tearaway pants, and I purchased these from Goodwill for about 5 or 6 bucks, and this is like pretty unique. So I could have probably priced this a lot higher, but I checked the comps and it wasn't selling for that much money. So I priced these for 29 bucks, free shipping, wasn't accepting any offers, and these sold within about 2 months. And the buyer of these actually had a USC Trojans icon on their PayPal account. So they were clearly either a fan, used to play for the team. They have some type of connection to USC. So I'm glad this actually went to somebody that is a real fan of USC Trojans. And anytime you guys come across these type of like team related stuff, I always say to pick it up because it will sell for a decent amount of profit. It might not sell quick, but it always sells. Next up is this pair of Adidas Ultratech sneakers, and I actually got these from a Crossroads for 24 bucks, and I had a bunch of money on trade, so I was happy to just basically pick these up for the items that I had on trade, and these sold within a day as well. And I wasn't accepting any offers, that's why I offered free shipping, and like I said, these sold super quickly, so I made a decent amount of profit on these. Next is a pair of Allen Edmonds, and if you guys follow the channel, you remember the day I purchased about 5 or 6 pairs of Allen Edmonds shoes from my Goodwill, all in the same size, so it's probably from the same person, and these sold within about 3 weeks. So not a very fast turnaround, but it sold a lot quicker than I was expecting it to sell for, and these actually sold for 60 bucks. So if you guys come across similar Allen Edmonds shoes, these are the Wilbert model, if you come across these, definitely price it higher because it usually sells for a good amount of profit. Next up is this jacket from the brand Energy, and this jacket sold a lot faster than I thought it would. I actually purchased this not too long ago. This is in one of my trip to the thrift videos, and I purchased this from my Goodwill, and I was expecting this to sit for at least 6 months. I wasn't expecting to sell this until next fall, but someone in New York, clearly it's still cold over there, they went ahead and purchased this jacket for 60 bucks. So I took a best offer on this, but anytime I'm accepting offers, I have to charge for shipping just to kind of help me out and still ensure that I make some decent profit on this. So if you guys come across this brand, definitely pick it up because it sells for some decent profit. And last but not least, my favorite sale on eBay for this weekend was this pair of Adidas Ultra Boost 3.0s. And why this is my favorite sale is because I had these shoes for at least 6 months, and these were maybe even longer than that, to be honest. But I purchased these from Ross for I think these were $59.99. And I don't get a lot of stuff from Ross because my Ross just really isn't that good. But these sold for 89 bucks plus $12 shipping. So I didn't make a ton of profit on these considering the fact that I paid 60 bucks plus tax. But I'm just so glad that these finally sold. And now I still have a pair in a size 11.5 to still sell. So hopefully those sell sometime soon. But if it doesn't, I mean, I'll just continue to hold on to it because I have 59 bucks tied up into that and I can't let it go for anything less than 89. Alright y'all, that's all I have for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also check out my Patreon page because I'm definitely going to start putting out some more exclusive content that's only going to be available on Patreon. And it's going to be some more behind the scenes content and really just going more in depth in my entrepreneurial journey. And by me sharing that information, I'm sure it will help you guys a lot because it will just help you make less mistakes, because I've made a ton of mistakes and I continue to sometimes as well. But for the most part, I'm really just trying to share this journey, and I'm really just trying to continue to inspire and motivate you guys to just pursue your dreams just like I did when I left my 9-to-5 job. So if you guys can, check out that Patreon page, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.